Yeah, real ghetto bitch. Real Atlanta shit. The fuck, big back bitch. We the motherfucking Atlanta. I'm shitting on all these bitches. These bitches can't motherfucking touch me. Big girls, all that shit. And that's just that on that.
I'm on a whole nother level. I've been in my bag and I keep getting better. I'm getting richer. That ass getting thicker. My diamonds, they keep getting wetter.
So I have some fried chicken tacos. And I have some turkey and cabbage spring rolls. I'm outside by this water. And I know I shouldn't be eating over here because all these bugs. But I'm out here by the water chilling. So y'all, what is up? Hold on, I'm outside so I have to improvise, period. I look good as fuck. I look too good. So let me try these turkey spring rolls because I don't know what it is about the South. These spring rolls just makes no sense to me. It's decent. Nothing special. Tastes like an egg roll with no flavor. Clarksville, season y'all food. There's nothing wrong with that. Now let me talk about, I don't know what I want to talk about. Here come these fucking bugs. I don't know what I want to talk about. Why am I lying? Well, no. What it was, I am tell y'all about running a pop-up shop and like my personal experience. Oh, I didn't think my creator. Everybody chicken out here tastes like beef. It's like they cook it in the same, I don't know. Y'all don't do that. If y'all got a restaurant and y'all sell food, do not cook your food in the same, different meats in the same pot or pan. That is cross-contamination and people can get sick off of stuff like that. I told them I wanted both. So, I was gonna talk to y'all about how to run a successful pop-up shop. Both these sauces hot as hell. Should've got like some sour cream or something. So, my first pop-up shop I ever threw was February 22nd, 2020. And I was just more so worried about the expense, the look, and the profit. And I'm gonna say this, I was not like money hungry, like, oh, I need a profit, nothing like that, because truthfully I didn't even make a profit from that. So I was just more so in like what I see on TV, if that makes sense. I really didn't have no guidance, no experience when it came to stuff like this. It was all off the rip. Like, I'm learning off the rip. And it was just me learning like as I go, basically. And I honestly regret how I did it, but it was a learning experience. So what I did was I found me, I'm from Chicago. If you're new to my channel, I'm from Chicago. So I found me a location downtown Chicago. I paid $800 for the venue space for 5 hours, and I got vendors that I didn't know. So what that means is I don't know if their business is booming. You get what I'm saying? Like with a pop-up shop, your vendors don't have to have a booming business, because a pop-up shop is to exploit your business and get you customers and network and stuff, which is the part, you know what I'm saying, which is fine. But you can't just give anybody a vendor spot, because some vendors, they'll just buy a spot and you'll never hear from them. They'll just show up they'll just show up. And it's like, okay, yeah, you're supposed to show up, but you're supposed to promote the pop-up shop. Like, just because it's my pop-up shop does not mean I am the only one that's supposed to promote. You know what I'm saying? And that's not for everybody. Some of those vendors, I still communicate with them to this day, but some of them, I guess, my pop-up shop was so dry, y'all. It was so dry. It was extremely dry. And I thought that it wasn't going to be as dry, but I also had it in the winter, downtown in Chicago. Freezing cold. People don't want to come outside, especially for somewhere they got to spend money. You know what I'm saying? Also, it was in a really busy spot in Chicago by a university. Parking don't exist. You gotta pay for parking. Who wanna do that? I didn't want to do that. So, my first pop-up shop, I would say it wasn't a fail. It was a fail to me at that moment because of the population and like the crowd. Oh, I also had performances too. But I learned a lot from that experience because I learned how to prepare and to plan and like what vendors to get and how many vendors to get and how much you should be paying for a space for a pop-up shop and all of that. I learned all of that at that one event. I'm gonna throw clips in so y'all can see. But my next pop-up shop, y'all, I did it in a more central location. I had a lot of vendors, I had a lot of artists, and I made sure that I was promoting, and I made sure that I was on my artists, on my vendors, like, hey, make sure y'all throw your flyers out. I made them all their own flyers. Like, that's another thing. Like, people like to feel special. You get what I'm saying? People like to feel like they're important. Even though I have 30 vendors, these vendors still individually want to feel like they're important because they work so hard on their business. You get what I'm saying? Which I understand. So they were like excited because I made them their own flyers. I'm shouting them out. You know, sending them stuff, you know, like, hey, I can't wait to see you. You know what I'm saying? Getting them excited to where this is what they're going to talk about, you know? So it was more so about like learning people, learning how to be a boss. I was really learning how to be a boss. Like, I'm learning how to take charge and to tell people, you got to come over here and do this, and we need to come over here and do that. You know, I was doing that. So that was a really good experience. My second one, full house. My third one, full house. Oh my God, my third one was huge. That was my anniversary pop-up. So I threw another one the same week that I threw the first one I told you about. It was still winter, but like I said, I built a name for myself so people knew, like, to take me serious. My first one, I was really hard on myself. I cried and everything. Like, I cried and everything. But like, let me tell you a few things that you're gonna need for a pop-up shop. One, you're gonna need a venue space. Your venue space doesn't need to be something like super fancy looking because it's gonna be people all over. The more open and plain the space is, the more vendors you can have, the more customers you can have. You get what I'm saying? The more like decorations and like sit down spots, areas you have, is going to make it, it's going to have a smaller capacity for people to come in. So your venue space needs to be very open and very clean and open. You don't want to go in somewhere and it's shelved. I mean, what's them things called? What's shovels? Like, why would they have shovels? But you know what I'm saying? Like, you want a clean area. Like, you don't want shovels and all of that stuff to be over here and blah, 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 blah. Like, you don't want dirt and you don't want all that. Also, you want Your next thing you need to have is your vendors. You need to have at least, probably, depending on, and the vendors depend on the venue space and the venue's capacity. So when you're including your capacity, so like for COVID, I had to be mindful of my capacity. So for one of my events, I had 60 capacity. So I'm like, dang, I can't have 30 vendors because then that's only one customer per vendor. You get what I'm saying? So I had to limit that and make it to where it was probably like 15 vendors, which is not bad at all, because the less vendors you have, the more customers you have. Your vendors are important, but you also want to have customers, because your customers are what make it a pop-up shop. You get what I'm saying? The vendors make it the pop-up, the customers make it the shop. So you want to have the whole pop-up shop. You get what I'm saying? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm really ghetto when I talk, so all of this, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? I apologize. It's just a habit, because I really want you to feel me. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, so then boom, the vendors. And then for your vendors, you need to charge your vendors. Your vendors need to be paying at least $30 to $75, because depending on how you're coming, this is what the vendor fee depends on. The vendor fee depends on if you are including chairs and tables. Some pop-up vendors, they include the chairs and the tables for the vendors. Some of them do not. I personally do not. I only include chairs because I don't want to be responsible for all them tables. I be late my dang self, so I don't want to bring all of these tables. And no. Some event spaces do have tables for you though. So, but you will have to pay extra for them. I don't do that. So yeah. If you're going to include chairs or tables. Next, where is the venue at? Is it by a very big, like very known location? Is it by a busy place where people come in and stop and shop like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, or are you having it in a remote location where people have to drive there? They have to know about it to come there. Or are you having it somewhere that is busy? Like, say if I was downtown Chicago and I'm having it on the Magnificent Mile, it's going to be people that's going to stop because it's a very busy street. It's a busy street, so it's people that they're gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? So boom, that's a factor. And then, who are you? Who are you? So are you a socialite? So like, say if I have 30,000 followers on Instagram and I interact with my followers very, very much, very well all the time, and then whenever I post something, they interact. So say if I have 30,000 followers on Instagram and I post and say, hey, I'm having a pop-up shop on March 12th at 7 p.m. everybody come out and shop, and then I'm posting like what my vendors have and all that stuff, I'm gonna have a lot of people come and you're gonna make a lot of money off me. So I'm charging you for my status. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, who are you? What is your status? Are you somebody that's really social, or are you somebody that's just like, you have a business and you're very good at what you do and you just want to, have a pop-up shop? That is a factor, a really big factor, because can you get people to take you serious? That's why I was saying my first one, I couldn't get people to take me serious because I just started my business. I started my business August 1st, 2019, and I had a pop-up February 22nd, 2020. And mind you, at the time, I was not doing makeup heavy. I was not in the space that I am in now. I didn't have my own place. I had like 10 pair of lashes, total inventory. So you get what I'm saying? So that played a huge part. Another factor I would say is how many vendors you're having too. So like if you're only having like 10 vendors, you don't need to be charging $30 because you're not going to make any money. I always say that my vendors need to cover my venue, and whatever I make extra after that is mine. You get what I'm saying? And also, are you charging tickets? If you're charging tickets, then your vendor fee should not be that high. And you also should not be charging tickets if you are not a social person, because you will not sell. People are weird, and that's my best way to explain it. People are weird. So, okay, here we go. Like I said, my first event, my first pop-up shop, probably a 1 out of 10. My second pop-up shop, 10 out of 10. My third one, 500 out of 10. Boom. This is everything. The profit, the customers, the vendors, boom. Making money. My fourth pop-up shop, 7 out of 10. It was for my birthday. Here's why. I sold tickets. Now, I'm very social. A lot of people, I'm very known. A lot of people know me, but I don't have the followers. I don't have that I don't have the following. I don't have the numbers. But I go places and boom, I know somebody. I can go to Miami. I'ma know somebody. I'ma go to Cali. I know somebody. I'ma go to New York. I know somebody. I'ma go Michigan, Wisconsin. I know somebody. I know somebody. You get what I'm saying? I know a lot of people. I know a ton of people. A lot of people don't like me. Duh, look at me. But I know a lot of people. And I'm also very crafty and I'm very hands-on with my brand. So a lot of people know of me. You get what I'm saying? I don't have the followers, but when you see my, like, okay, let me just say this. This is the disclaimer. So, like, I don't have the followers to match my status. But, like, if you go on my Instagram Insights and see how many page visits I get, you would be so motherfucking shocked. You would be like, damn, why you don't have, like, 10K followers if you getting 60K page visits a week? A week. A week, y'all. A week. A week. People be hating. I'm telling you. Or maybe I'm just not that, I'm not that flavorful. But anytime I'm around, you feel me? I'm the party. Yeah, I'm the party. But anyway, so, like, if you don't have that status, you don't need to be charging tickets, because when people see something is being charged and they have to pay money, they're like, oh, I gotta pay to get in there and I gotta shop. I ain't going there. My tickets was like $5, $10. No, they were only $5. The tickets were only like $5. So that, and it was a late event, but it was a birthday party. So I feel like if it would have been free, probably would have been a little bit better. But people still came. It wasn't completely like dead empty. I had fun. I was over drunk. I had a lot of fun. I had performances. It was really nice. But compared to the last two events I had, you would think like this one to go up, up, up. Because I charge. Some people don't feel like you worth that money. And people could possibly feel like I'm not worth $5. And that's fine. I don't care. That's fine. Oh, and those are your factors. So boom. Now say you got your vendors. You got your promotion going. You got probably like 3,000 followers on Instagram. That's a good amount. And then you got your venue space. Boom. Now you need to have a plan when you get there. Where are your vendors going to be set up at? You don't need to just go in there and be like, okay, y'all set up. No, I've done that. Backfires, because they're arguing. I don't try to get there on time. I'm never on time. I'm never on time. But my vendors are repetitive. They know where to set up. They know where I want them. And vendors that you do need to have, you need to have food vendors. You need food vendors. If you do not have food vendors, they're going to leave. Your people are going to leave. Your people are going to leave. They're going to leave. A pop-up shop is not an easy thing to throw. You're throwing an event. I do mine all by myself. They're expensive and they're a hit or miss. Literally, a pop-up shop is a hit or miss. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you're putting your life on the line, basically. And a really bad pop-up shop can have you a really bad reputation. So when you throw one, you want to calculate all your steps. You want to calculate all your steps. You don't want to just be throwing something just to throw it. You get what I'm saying? And then people have themes. You know what I'm saying? People have pop-up shop themes. My last one was birthday party. The one I had, my second one was a brunch. So And I had like vendors that have, oh, my second one was a brunch, and I had vendors that had brunch food, and I had mimosas, but both my food vendors canceled on me at the last minute. One just didn't show up. The other one told me she broke her leg, but she was in Las Vegas. Crazy, right? So food vendors are really important. Always have backup food vendors. Like even when you get two, like I'll say 2-3 food vendors at the most, or like 2. I do 2 and a dessert. 2 vendors and a dessert vendors, or 2 vendors, a dessert vendor, and a treat vendor. So that way it's edible things. Those are gonna sell. I tell people that sell food and hot plates that they shoot themselves in the foot, because the food at every event that I have always sells out. Spider webs over here, you gotta be careful. Always sells out, always. So gotta have your food vendors. And then you need a DJ, you need a bartender, or somebody that sells drinks. You don't have to, because it depends on your event, but you feel me, it's ideal. Also, when you're booking your event, you need to calculate in the setup and the cleanup times. So that's an hour and another hour that you don't have to sell. So you always want to, if you want a 4-hour event, you need to book for 6 hours. If you want a 3-hour event, you need to book for 5 hours, you know? So keep that in mind. So I'm gonna close this out because I don't want this video to be long at all. Really didn't want it to be this long. Make sure you all like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you can get them notifications for whenever I'm posting something new. I really want to thank everybody that's subscribed to my channel, that's been following me, that's watching my videos, that's on this journey with me, because I really feel so confident in this year. I really feel something in my spirit that I am going to achieve a lot of things this year. I am claiming it and I'm accepting it, and I am thanking the universe now for it. So I just want to thank everybody that's on this journey with me, that is rooting for me. Even if you're not rooting for me, but you watch all my videos, thank you, Pooh. You're a hater and I love you. Yeah, so leave some comments. Let me know what videos y'all want to see next. Thumbs up this video. Let's get this video to 15 likes. And I love you all so much.